morning. Thank you for joining us on Sunrise on Soul Television. So my sister lost her mother this morning, a death that could have been avoided. Apparently this woman has been married to a very abusive husband for well over 20 years, and when the family made efforts to get her away, this sister of mine, who is not related to me by blood, when she made efforts to get this woman to stay a little bit away from this man, the woman's sibling says, calm down, let her go back to her husband's home. Nothing has really happened. And then it happened. He beat her again and she landed in the hospital. From there she slid into a coma, and this morning she was finally declared dead. Domestic violence is real. Do not wait until you die or your loved ones die before you take action. Speak out, and when necessary, flee. It is not a crime. Good morning, Laura.
Amaka, good morning. A very good morning and welcome to Sunrise on Soul Television. The issue of domestic violence cannot be overemphasized, Amaka. I really feel bad hearing the story, because we keep telling women or even men an abusive relationship shouldn't be tolerated. Marriage is not to be tolerated or endured, but it should be enjoyed. But it appears that in Africa, we force our spouses to endure, either coming from the family angle, from the church, from religious bodies, from friends, the fear of stigmatization that, he left his marriage or she left her marriage, and it ends up in sad stories like this. Honestly, for me, my voice is even seasoned. It's not okay. It's simply not okay. And we do hope that people will learn to speak up as it has to do with domestic violence. We cannot continue to lose people because they want to be maritally correct. Please, let's learn to speak up. So on that note, we welcome you to today's program. Our political analyst is here, in-house analyst. Comrade Sunday Ndukwe is around. He'll be talking with us on the newspaper paper review. And of course, we're also going to be looking at sports and some trending stories we'll be bringing your way. And again, our news. When it is time for the news, please stay with us.
All right, let's quickly get into what we have this morning on the front pages of the newspapers. What are they saying? We have quite a number of papers for you, but let's begin with this day. This day has Mba inaugurates 5 ultra-modern transport terminals, 100 mass transit CNG buses. And then if you look at the picture that is right there, you are going to be seeing that Mba and other dignitaries are riding in the newly launched CNG bus. Okay, we also have Okonjo Iweala visits Tinubu Lord's president for stabilizing the economy. All right, we'll quickly move over now to Vanguard. Vanguard says how modern life is rendering men infertile. It's something I wish that every man, every woman who has a man in her life, be it a brother, a sister, a brother, a father, a boyfriend, a husband, looks it up to see how modern life is rendering men infertile. That's on the page 14 of the Vanguard newspaper. Ebonyi air fracas, airline operators lift life ban on MRC. NLC issues 7-day strike notice over pension NSITF funds. All right, let's move over now to Daily Independent. Daily Independent says Labour gives FG 7 days to return diverted workers' funds. Mba inaugurates 5 ultra-modern transport terminals, 100 mass transit CNG buses. PDP zoning plan will position it for electoral victory, so says Damagun. We also have that story on airline operators lifting no-fly lifetime ban on MRC. Now we'll move over quickly to Daily Trust. PDP kicks as Canadian court designates party EBBC terrorist organizations. Wow. Pastor beats children for spiritual cleansing. And that's a video I wouldn't want to share with you because it's very gory. It's not something you want to see. Okay, by-elections, APC, PDP, ADC in show of strength tomorrow. Again, we see that Governor Mbah commissions 5 mega transport terminals, 100 mass transit CNG buses in Enugu. And again, we see Mbah riding in that same bus with stakeholders of the community. And again, I do not know why the control room is not showing us those papers. Now let's quickly move over to Daily Sun. Okonjo Iweala, Tinubu has stabilized economy. It has a rider praises initiative at empowering women. And now we have that president, now tourists, always traveling, so says Obi. Please, we are not talking about this day. We are talking about Daily Sun right now. 2027 PDP plots smart zone into displace APC. Again, that story on Mbah. We see Mbah right there. That's a story we will need to take a look at. And then the Punch says strike countdown begins as Pencom Labour disagree. Punch Sports Extra, we have Sarah Ogoke exclusive. Winning AfroBasket has always been special, but doing it as a new mother, just months after giving birth, makes it even more meaningful. And this is her rise to Afro-basketball history. But first, I want us to start with, we're going to come back to the story on Sarah Ogoke, but I want us to start with, because you might know Sunday Nduku as our in-house analyst. What you do not know is that Sunday Nduku happens to be the retired chairman right here at Ebonyi Broadcasting Corporation. So sometimes when you hear us call him chairman, it's because we know that this is not a small person. So let's begin with the NLC matter, sir. We are hearing strike warning in 7 days. What exactly is happening?
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, viewers. You see, in the last meeting of NLC leadership on Wednesday, 2 days ago, they issued out a 7-day warning ultimatum to the federal government that if the pension board is not constituted, that they will go on strike. The pension board is the administrative body that governs the pension fund. As it is now, it is only the DG of the pension administration that is in charge. So it therefore means it's only government that is in charge of that fund. And this money we are talking about is in trillions, not billions, trillions of naira. So the fear is that if nothing is done, government may end up borrowing those money. And when it is time to settle pensioners, stories will start flying. So that is why NLC is taking that decision. Again, there are rumors, of the fact that the National Social Insurance Trust Fund, that is another body where the money of workers, especially those of them in federal establishment, are banked. They contribute little money. In the course of their job, they run into maybe accident or loss of job for one reason or the other, they can fall back to something. So there are grapevine that the money has been diverted. And that is the reason why NLC gave that ultimatum, that after 7 days, if the board is not constituted, the pension board is not constituted, and the money is so diverted, is not returned, then the strike will begin. That board supposed to constitute of workers, employers of labor, then government. But as we speak now, that board is not in existence. That is, it's not constituted. So it's as good as not in existence. Yes.
But you see, the thing is this: so many people now, since after the time of Adams Oshomole, we've continually seen the impact of labor go down. So now some people have begun to call labor a toothless bulldog. Do you think that this threat of strike or even a possible strike action will make any difference?
No, labor have come to understand that it's not only doing war. All the time you do war, you fight. That's the way out. You know, because of the way we grew up during military, our long stay in military government in this country, people now believe that it's only when there's loggerhead, that's when something is working. So it is better to jaw and to war. So
Okay.
that is it.
I think that's a good place now to leave that. Mba inaugurates 5 ultra-modern transport terminals, 100 mass transit CNG buses. I mean, I saw that, I don't know if Laura saw that with me, but I saw that, and I think that was on Wednesday, right? A picture of the buses. And then I saw videos. I saw it and I'm like, are you sure this is Enugu, right? Now I know what exactly, because that terminal, I saw there's one of those terminals at Holy Ghost.
Yeah, Holy Ghost.
You know, when it was still constructing, I passed there a few times and I'm like, what exactly is this? I don't know, I'm getting I'm getting way out. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay, I think Mba is taking urbanization to another level, as it has to do with Nigeria, in our mentality of let's just concentrate on a particular thing. Now you discover that I think for Enugu State people now it's like a new lease of life. Yes, a breath of fresh air. And you know, if you enter Enugu, like I entered, I think last 2 weeks, I'm like, wow. Enugu has always been, you know, as a child growing up, there was this book we read, The Coal City, Baby UK, you know, and they described Coal City, and, you know, you have these visuals of a place that is so serene, so beautiful, with beautiful ladies, beautiful everything. Everything is just perfect in before.